the only successful slave revolt in history. In 1791, enslaved people in Haiti rose up against their French colonial masters. They fought for 12 years and won. This is a history hot tip. The Haitian Revolution was the first and only successful slave revolt in history. The revolution began in the French colony of Saint-Domingue, which we today call Haiti. Saint-Domingue was a very profitable colony for France. It produced lots of sugar, coffee, and cotton, which were in high demand in Europe. And it did this on the backs of over 500,000 enslaved people. By the 1780s, the wealth generated by the colony was more than the GDP of all of France. So you can imagine that the people who were in charge of this colony were very rich, but they were also very concerned about losing their wealth and their power. So they kept the colony under tight control. This wasn't good enough for the enslaved people. By the end of the 18th century, they had suffered greatly under the brutal regime of the French colonial government, so they began to plan a revolution. The revolution began in August of 1791 with a ceremony that we today might recognize. The enslaved people gathered together, took an oath, and then attacked the plantations of their French masters. This was not a typical slave revolt. These were not just a bunch of angry slaves who wanted revenge. This was a full-blown military operation. The rebels were organized, disciplined, and determined. For the next 12 years, they fought against the French colonial army. They fought in the mountains and the jungles of Haiti. They were led by Toussaint Louverture, a former slave who had educated himself and was a brilliant military strategist. In 1801, after years of fighting, Toussaint Louverture was captured by the French and sent to a prison in France where he died. But the revolution was not over. The fight for independence continued for another 4 years. In 1806, the Republic of Haiti was officially recognized. It was the first country in the world to be founded by a successful slave revolt. This is your host. Thanks for watching.